you should feel honored. We're throwing the blob today.
The blob.
We're throwing the blob. For those of you who have not seen the absurd commercial that I have filmed,
I got something for you. I got the blob.
this is a 225 gram Crystal Flex Ultra Star. It's one of the only ones in existence, potentially the only one. You might think, Holyn, oh, heavy disc, it's gonna be more stable. Nope.
No.
It's flippier than a traditional Ultra Star. So what better way to prepare for the USDGC and Throw Pink Championships than to toss the blob? You ready?
I'm ready, let's do it.
Let's do it. First thoughts of the blob.
I kind of love it. Like, you gotta like throw like you mean it.
We did watch Nate Sexton try to forehand it, and it's pretty funny.
I'll say we tried to forehand it. Nate actually forehanded it. That's not bad.
It's so heavy and flexible that when you try to flick it, it like bends in your hand.
That's pretty bad.
Hey, that's not bad. Listen.
I'll say I'm not great at flicking a Frisbee normally, so.
Well, because you got right into disc golf, right? You didn't come from any Frisbee background.
Yeah, zero Frisbee. Actually, Ella had to teach me how to throw a catch disc that first year on tour, because I was bad.
How bad?
Pretty bad. What that flick looked like, that just always.
When you first met Ella, did you guys click right away?
So the way she tells it, she knew we were gonna be friends like immediately, and I was like, who's this? Because actually I didn't know who she was. What happened was I met Sarah Holcomb for the first time waiting in line at Vegas for a golf cart, and she turns around and she goes like, oh, you're the new girl, like, you must be Ella. And I'm like, what? Who the heck is Ella? Like, no, I'm, you know, and she's like, yeah, West Coast, throws really far. And I'm like, well, that sounds like me, but I didn't know who Ella was. And then we met for the first time because they put us on a card together for that first round at Vegas. So our first DGPT round was with each other.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
But I think I felt instant rivalry, and she was like, oh yeah, we'll be friends. Which both things were kind of true.
Do you still feel like she's a rival to you? Do you see her that way, or do you see everybody in that division as your rival?
I mean, I see maybe less so because I feel like I've been playing better than her lately, or for like the last year or so. Yeah. I probably see Missy more as like my head-to-head person right now. Well, and not just because, you know, she's beaten me in the last 2 out of 3 tournaments.
Yeah. You got quite a big, kind of a big target on you this year. Tour points champion, multiple time winner. Do you care about that stuff? Do you feel pressure?
Definitely, but I think it comes more just from me.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily think it's a good thing all the time, because I think my like default level of what I want's already so high that piling on more is probably not super helpful. Oh boy, here we go.
Have you always been like that?
I was better.
Nice.
Tiny bit better.
Have you always kind of been like that, putting a lot of pressure on yourself, high expectations?
For sure. I'm a very all or nothing person. And like, that's great for, you know, getting good at something. But yeah, it's kind of, I think the thing that I struggle with is when I'm not doing well, kind of giving myself some grace.
Does it affect your outside life too? Like when you are really hard on yourself in sports, does it bleed outside?
Yeah, it definitely can. I think that's why like Tyler's a good balance for me, because he's not an all or nothing person. He's very much like, he'll dabble in stuff and he's just trying to have fun. He doesn't care about being good at everything. And so it's a good balance for me.
We're back at USDGC, Throw Pink, back at Winthrop. How has this course, I'm sorry to ask all the press conference questions. I got some better questions later.
You're getting me warmed up for later.
But I'm curious. Do you think this course has stood the test of time for FPO since we started playing here?
I mean, hard to say because we've only been playing for what, 4 years?
A few years.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's pretty good. I think some of the changes they've made have been really good. I think it will. Because I think there's room, you know, as the field gets better. Like they've already kind of had to make it harder for MPO, so I think it'll be easier to make it harder and scale it for our field as we continue to get better.
You've played a lot of sports. Out of every sport that you've played, what is the single most satisfying thing to do in any sport that you've ever played?
Man, I think it's got to be volleyball, and it's got to be their best hitter who's like feeling herself, and you just stuff block the crap out of her. Like in your hand, straight to the ground, maybe tags her in the face on the way down. Because it's like, it's a good feeling, but then when you're on the other side of it, it's the most humiliating thing ever.
You're like a coach's dream. Defense first. Have you always been like a defensive-minded athlete with those, like with sports like that?
No, I was definitely a hitter first. My teammates used to make fun of me because like I would never really tip. I never really wanted to do what the scouting report said. I just wanted to get up and smash it as hard as I could. So
like of the other team.
Like Hulk smash kind of became a joke. But then when I would tip, it would almost always score because I would do it about once per game.
Okay, I had a teammate, because I played volleyball in school. He would not tip either. He was like the hardest hitter in our team, and he didn't tip out of principle. He had this weird moral compass where if anybody tipped, they weren't playing real volleyball.
Okay.
And if they did tip, he would get so mad, and he would talk to them across the net, like, "Oh, you're gonna tip again, little boy?"
That's funny.
You didn't feel like that when you played, right? Tipping was a valid move?
Oh yeah, tipping, scoring is scoring. I feel like it's more embarrassing if you let someone tip on you. But if you tip and they get it, you're just kind of like, what did I just like wasted that opportunity to score. Whereas if I know and I hit it, if I hit it as hard as I can, even if you're a good defender, like you still got to do something. I wanted to hit it at their best passer and like show her up almost, which is not the best way to score.
Do you miss volleyball?
Oh yeah. I don't miss like how hard it was on my body, but I do miss like the team aspect of it and the aggression of it.
How long has it taken you to like understand the mindset of a solo athlete now doing this professionally?
I mean, to like get decent with it probably took a good year or two of like competing a lot. I would say I'm still kind of learning it. Yeah, I feel like especially the mental side of things, because like in volleyball and also with lifting, like you really can just like try harder and do better. But that's just not really a thing with disc golf. At least not to a certain, it is to a certain extent, but then beyond that, it's more of like a letting go.
Yeah.
And that's probably been the hardest part for me.
Missy told me, I think 2 years ago, that she calls it, oh God!
Oh. And the hops are kind of gone too.
It's okay. Hey, the springs are in there. You just got to reawaken them.
Yeah, right. Ooh.
So, before you missed that jump, I was saying, Missy told me a couple years ago that she likes to call it a controlled arrogance.
Okay.
Like she's like, as long as I don't hurt anybody and cause real damage, I try to be as arrogant as I can walking the fairways. Does that resonate with you? Do you understand what she's saying?
Oh, I do. I know exactly what she's saying, and she's someone, don't tell her this, but I try to learn from her for that. It's just really hard for me. I don't know.
Why is it?
I think because like I want to be that cocky, but like I'm also super hard on myself. I'm my biggest critic, and it's hard for me to get away from that, you know? I want to be very objective and be like, no, I'm the best at this, but I'm not quite the best at this. I'm not quite the best at this. And yeah, I could win this tournament, but like, let's be real. This is like, you know, I want to be so like, I want to be right, you know?
Such an engineer.
It's not, you don't get the bonus and the payout for being right about who should do well on a course. It's like, it's based purely on my performance.
I want to know your philosophical thoughts on these two concepts, luck and deserving, the concept of deserving something.
Mm. Yeah, I think like the temptation is to think like your deservingness is correlated to the work you put in. but that's just not true. And I'll drive myself nuts thinking that way. So I almost don't ever even think of deserving. And then when it comes to luck, I think it's less of a factor than most people give it credit for, because you'll see like the same people get lucky. And if that's true, it's not luck.
That's true.
And I think, you know, with your play style and with your decision making, you can kind of skew probabilities to be a little bit more in your favor or not in your favor. Because like I think there's a lot of good players on tour where I'll watch them throw, and then I see the results they get, and they don't make sense. I'm like, you throw this good, you should have got a top 15 or a top 10 by now.
Yeah.
And they just don't. And then you'll see some players where like, I'm not really sure how you're able to score so well consistently given how you throw, but you do. So I think, you know, luck's always going to be a factor, but I think it's way less than people think. And I think deserving is just BS.
Well, I asked those two things because it's the chatter you hear all the time. And even the little window I was on tour, every round, one player on my card was all in their head about it. Like, you know, I would throw a shot, I'd miss one tree that I could have hit, and I hear them chattering behind me about how either, you know, they didn't deserve their result and I shouldn't have deserved mine, yeah, whatever. But like, I would lose my mind thinking about that kind of chatter.
Yeah, I think it balances out though. Like if you really like pay attention to how many good breaks versus how many bad breaks you get over a whole weekend, it's about equal. It's just you tend to think that like, oh yeah, good luck, I should get that. And then bad luck, you know, woe is me. You notice the negativity more than the positivity.
Man, woe is me out there on tour. It's tough.
It's real.
It's easy to feel that way. I remember a player, I'm not gonna name the name, but I remember him saying, there's nothing worse than being famous and poor. And I think on tour it's tough. You have all these people kind of expecting you to be a superstar, but a lot of players are, you know, they're making okay money, but
yeah,
it's not like they're gonna get to retire.
No, definitely not.
So I understand where some of the feelings come from, because I've definitely wrestled with it myself.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I got kind of lucky with when I came in, because I came into the sport, you know, when companies were really willing to invest in players. Because like you had a little bit of the COVID boom and you were kind of like, okay, there's new players, it's exciting, we can throw some money at a few different people. And then I followed it up with some really good years.
Yeah. And
so I feel like I've got a lot of staying power that a lot of the players who came in at the same time as me maybe don't have.
Is being an entertainer inevitable, being a professional disc golfer in this era? Do you have to be?
I think so, like, because to really like make money at this, you can't just rely on your winnings. Like you've got to rely on sponsor money, and sponsor money comes purely based on how much people like you. So yeah, you gotta be likable at least to some significant number of fans.
What percent of being a pro player is performance, and what percent is being an entertainer?
I think for me, it's definitely more performance than entertainer. Like, you know, when I'm talking to fans or I'm giving a clinic, like I play some things up for sure, but it's 100% me still.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe like 70-30.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of how I see it as well.
Yeah.
You got to gain respect, I feel like, on both sides.
Yeah.
That's why I like an
NPO. It's all authentic, but you know, you do have to like be a little bit, you know, there's some intentionality behind it. I can't be introvert all the time and expect to like get anywhere.
Unless you win every single tournament.
Yeah.
But, oh, that was the laziest throw in the history of catch. Wow. Mark that moment in time. If my father had watched me throw that, it would have been, the game would have been over. Sorry, Pa.
Send in the clip.
So, quick story. So we both teach disc golf a lot.
That was not good.
You just did a clinic recently, right?
Yeah, last night.
Yeah. Very recently.
Very recently.
I've been teaching clinics since I was in college, and the first few clinics I taught, I thought I knew what I was talking about, but looking back, I cringe at some of the stuff I answered
Yeah.
and some of the stuff I taught. For example, I was an advanced player, and I got some park district to hire me on as a coach for one clinic. People paid to come out. I got paid. And the guy asked me, what do I do with my other arm, my off arm? And I had never once in my entire life heard that. So I just made something up in the moment, and it was the most wrong thing. I think I told him, oh, the off arm just follows the throwing arm.
Oh no.
And I was like, oh God, that was so wrong. In your perspective, in your like life teaching disc golf, have you had moments like that where you're like, wow, I am such a better coach than I was when I started doing it?
Oh, for sure. I think, you know, Ella and I do our clinics together, and one of the really nice things about it is if I'm like, you know, rolling and talking about a thing and all of a sudden I kind of forget what's next, I'll just like toss it to her, and she's been kind of waiting, and so she'll like pick it up, and you know, we do a pretty good job of covering each other. But yeah, when I like first was gonna get on tour, I taught a lot of lessons just because I needed some money. And I feel like I did a pretty good job, but I only had ever had experience with myself and my own struggles. So like the hard thing was when they would ask a question that was never something I like had to worry about. But I think what helped me maybe was I've watched a ton of like instructional content. So
Yeah.
I can borrow from coaches who are way better than I am, or at least who have a lot more experience than I do. I think that helps.
Oh yeah, I had nobody at that time. All of the teaching was just me watching videos of like Avery Jenkins and Barry Schultz throw a disc.
Yeah.
And then my first ever lesson was an old guy at my doubles league that said, get your finger off the front rim. Changed my life.
Nice.
Changed my whole life. I guess I had not even considered that perspective. There's so many YouTube coaches now that commit so much time.
Ooh.
Do you ever think you'll coach more after you stop playing?
Yeah, I think after I stop playing, it's one of those things where like like I said, I'm an all or nothing person. I don't want to like half-ass it. Like if I'm gonna coach, I want to get as into it as the full-time coaches do, because I think that's just the only fair thing to the people paying me.
Yeah.
But as a player, it's like I don't want to take too much away from my own development. That's why I like the clinics, because it's like kind of pointing people in the right direction, giving them some good drills, giving them some stuff to self-teach. And then I can give that to like a large number of people, and it only takes a couple hours.
Exactly. Are you a lifer at this point? Are you in the disc golf industry as long as you can, or are you going to go back to engineering at some point and like come back down to earth?
I mean, I have no idea. I would like to say, yes, I'm going to just stay in disc golf, but if I've learned anything from disc golf, it's that me trying to make plans for my life is just futile.
Yep.
Because I was supposed to be, you know, almost a decade into my engineering career at this point, and I'm playing catch with you.
Well, yeah, but that's great though.
Oh no, it's amazing. I'm very glad that, you know, I let go of that and took a chance on disc golf.
Oh my God. What the heck is going on?
Oh my God, the
Oh, that
flubby.
was sick.
Bro. I'm not even gonna try, it's not gonna work.
Come on, try one.
Okay.
Oh, no, maybe not that one. Oh. I'll give you one more.
All right.
I always make a claw with my hand.
A claw? Okay. Oh, I see. Are you like trying to twist it as you go, or are you
No.
just popping it?
I'm trying to just like lightly like push it up.
Okay. I think I caught the edge there.
And it's the perfect disc for it, right?
I mean, I'm assuming so.
Couldn't have picked a lighter disc.
I think this is the easiest, best disc to do anything with.
Well, I think we should play long toss.
Let's do it.
I think it would be a disservice to this disc.
It's like you throw the coolest shot ever and we don't film it. Damn, that thing just floats. That's sick.
Look at it. Would you just look at it?
I feel like it's nice, Brian. I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, it was
This is a
just my
great disc.
selling point. I know it is a great disc. I just thought it'd be cool to sell a disc that was bad, but it's really not. Also, you're
I mean, yeah,
pretty.
you can hit it.
You're also just pretty good. I think you're just a pretty good thrower.
I would hope so, you know, given how much time I spend on it.
I'm a pretty average thrower. I'm out here 3 times a day. Yeah, look how flat it gets. That's so nice. Pretty. So
Yeah, that's great.
this is a fan question. You do those tips on Instagram. What made you choose that format? Like how you like post them and edit them?
I mean, I went with the tips because one, it's just something I'm interested in and something I feel like adds value. And at the time, no one was really doing it. And I think, you know, if you can find that recipe in social media, there's a pretty good chance it's going to do well. And then honestly, the format was just because I didn't want to talk. It was a lot easier to just go to a random field and like film and then add captions later and not have to talk to the camera. Which
True.
I think now I could probably change it and be a little bit more comfortable talking. But I think people actually really like the captions just because they can read it. It doesn't feel like a gimmicky thing to get them to watch it multiple times or open the caption or, you know, any of the other little tricks that people kind of do nowadays to try to artificially drive up their numbers.
Yeah.
And they also don't have to have sound on to get what I'm saying. So I don't know, it feels like a very easy to digest and like authentic way to do it. So I kind of stick with it.
It makes sense. Well, to take a
coming in.
completely where is it? Oh, wow.
I'm making
There's
you
my
run forward
ADHD.
again. We'll get you your cardio in.
You got to give me some mustard. I do need to get my cardio up, says a lot of Reddit commenters.
Oh, don't be looking at Reddit. Those guys don't even like.
They always throw to me when I'm like running up a hill and I'm dying.
Woo! Reddit, look at
Question.
those hops. This guy's got
I'm
hops.
springy. I'm springy. I was an opposite hitter in volleyball. Come on.
Hey,
Look at this line.
this is so nice.
I got a blob with your name on it, Holyn.
Oh my God, I want one. I'll bring it to
Not
the
yet,
beach.
Oh,
Like I swear I'm throwing this better than normal
Dad.
Frisbees.
yeah, this is, it's growing on me a lot. But to take a huge right turn, I'm gonna ask you a question I asked Madison in our episode last year. And Madison gave me the most Madison Walker answer ever.
All right.
But for you as an engineer, I wanna know what your side of this is. If all living things, insects, animals, mammals, fish, woke up and they were all the same intelligence as humans, who would end up reigning supreme?
Oh man. I would have to think it would be one of like the really big pack animals, like an elephant, you know, or like a moose. I feel like the only reason that elephants don't like run everything is they're just too nice. But the empathy that they feel and the collectivism they have for one another, I think would make their, like as a big unit, really, really strong. And then also they can just like mess anyone up. So I'm gonna go with elephant.
But, okay, I'm gonna fire back at you. Elephants can't use weapons, right?
You don't
Or
know.
can they?
Have you seen what they can do with that trunk?
Not really.
They can do some crazy stuff. I believe they could do it. Or are you thinking like it's like a monkey or a primate? I don't know.
I was thinking someone with thumbs. I feel like that's gotta be it. Madison, for some reason, thought that my question implied that all the animals would also be human-sized. So she said ants. Never said that to her.
Honestly, I could see an argument for some kind of insect just because of the numbers and also the like agility. Like, I mean, if suddenly like mosquitoes got really smart,
Oh.
like you'd be screwed. Like, imagine if ticks got smart, man. We'd all have Lyme disease. It would wipe out humans immediately.
Hate that idea. Hate that idea. We might have to cut that out. That is disgusting imagery.
Yeah, honestly,
That's
it might be mosquitoes, dude. It might be mosquitoes. Like, they're able to be that much of a nuisance and kill that many people with like no brain whatsoever.
What do you mean, no brain?
Well, I mean, not in the sense that we have, but if they had like the intelligence of humans and understood how to use biological warfare to their advantage.
I hate that we know how to use biological warfare to our advantage.
You said for my opinion as an engineer, and that's it. That's it right there. It's mosquitoes. It's mosquitoes using West Nile and malaria to wipe out the larger, more threatening species.
I hate it. I hate it. Oh. Man, we are not giving enough mustard. We gotta lock in. Long toss is turning into short toss again. I'm taking an approach.
Oh, she's in the woods. I found a way to hit a tree.
Yeah, there's so many trees on the sides. Good thing you found them. What else is on your mind these days, Holyn? What have you been thinking about?
Oh man, you know, I'm thinking I might start mountain biking.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I think, you know, I think I need to do something that's a little bit more cardio-esque. I hate running. I'm not gonna stick to that. But I think I could enjoy mountain biking if, you know, it didn't make me feel like I was gonna die within 10 minutes.
Who's your inspiration for that? When did this pop up?
You know, I tried to get into mountain biking back before I got into disc golf. Whoops. And I think I just like tried to bite off more than I could chew too early. And it kind of killed it for me. But it's a hobby that, you know, I told you Tyler was a dabbler. He kind of dabbled in it. He bought some nice bikes, but he doesn't really use them. So it's kind of like, we already have the nice bikes. And we already bring them everywhere. So it'd be, I think, easy to get into. Well, not easy to get into, but possible to get into and maybe more enjoyable than just like running.
Well, Holyn, you might unfortunately become obsessed with it and then be a professional mountain biker.
See, yeah, that's why I'm always scared to start hobbies. Because like the last hobby I started was disc golf, and now we're here.
Well, Holyn, we've been tossing this really heavy disc for quite some time. Oh!
There's some mustard.
What is going on? What is happening? What the heck?
Get a close up.
Well, to wrap it up, you have the floor. Address the people. What do you have to say?
Oh man, I don't even know. I guess, honestly, just like a thank you. Because like, I don't have any of this without the people who, you know, watch stuff like Catch and who, you know, buy our stuff and watch every weekend. And like, that is not lost on me at all, you know? So I think that's gotta be it. It's just a huge thank you to the fans, to the Pro Tour, to everybody.
Well,
Nice.
it's done. Merry Blobness.
Merry Blobness.
We're done. We're done. She actually has to throw real discs now. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah,
this is
I gotta
real.
practice.
Episode of Catch is done. Good job, bud.